brother. What's up? This is a groovy party, man.
Yeah, brother,
I can dig it.
stop. Right on.
Hey, man, what's your name?
Mother, there's too many of you crying.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
I want to teach you something that I learned that changed my life also. Everything that changed my life came from God. We talking about next level? I'm finna show you how to get there. I've been debating on how I was gonna do this, but I thought the best way to go about this is just tell you my story. And in my story, maybe you can see some of yourself. Listen, man, anybody can be successful, but you gotta understand something. It's hard. It's hard, man. You can take all the courses you want. It's hard. You can go down there to the church and hold your hands in a prayer circle. When you get through praying, it's gonna be hard. You go to school, you can get all the degrees you want. When you get them degrees and you hang them on the wall, if you want to be successful, it's gonna be hard. It's hard being successful. That's the first thing you need to understand.
Bring some understanding here today. Pick it loud.
And the difference between a champion and someone who's forgotten is that a champion shows up. That's the only thing. Every day shows up. Gives himself a chance to make a difference. Because success doesn't know these things about cold or early or tired. It just knows if he showed up or not.
For some of you, when you do what you do, you act as if you have another opportunity. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes out, you've got all the books, you've got all the tapes, you've got all the access. Now it's time to hunt. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But if life's got you down, I need you to get up and prove them wrong. It's gonna rain sometimes. I will. You're gonna feel discouraged sometimes. I will. No matter what the obstacle, I will. I will. I will. A true hunter's goal is not to prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. It's the whole process.
Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Soul Talk Holiday Lifestyle Edition. I am Norma from Soul Talk with Leo and Norma. Let's talk about it today. We are so super ridiculously excited that we have a special guest today. And as I get ready to announce who she is, of course, many of you have already seen it on our advertisings and marketings. But I want to ask you that you would just share this broadcast, share this link with people on your Facebook and on your Instagram. Send them the link so that they can join in. And so hopefully everybody can share. Make sure you do that so we can let people get on and so they can get some of this goodness. So I want to introduce you guys tonight to Chef Vernetta Stewart. Hey, Chef.
Hello, how are you all?
Yes. Chef is from A Cooks For You, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so tonight she is going to be sharing some amazing things with us. Some things, of course, we always have, this is around our Thanksgiving and holiday season, and we always have these holiday leftovers, and we don't know what to do with those leftovers. Well, we're going to find out some great things that we can do with some of the leftovers today. I did this today. I found this statistic that I thought was very, very interesting. And so I just want to share it real quick with the audience. So it says Americans throw away roughly $165 billion in uneaten food every year, according to the government data. And listen to this, this is staggering, $293 million of that waste will happen during Thanksgiving. And that's just for the turkey alone. I thought that was like crazy how much money is being thrown away from leftovers. And so it says, although the sales of whole turkeys for Thanksgiving have dipped in a bit in recent years, consumers are still expected to throw away about 200 million pounds of turkey during the Thanksgiving holiday, according to the Natural Resources Defense Council. And at a time when 1 in 8 Americans go hungry, taking steps to reduce food waste is even more critical. So freezing leftovers, I'm getting there. Freezing leftovers and using leftover turkey bones and scraps to make cooking stock are classic ways to cut down on waste. But let's face it, there are only so many leftover turkey sandwiches and reheated slices of pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie that anyone can eat. I mean, like, enough already, right? After you had it a couple of days, you're just like, I don't want any more of that. So there are some creative ways to cut down on the amount of food wasted. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. Chef is going to show us some great things that we can do with our holiday leftovers that we're not having that $293 million of throwaway food in our kitchens. So I'm going to let Chef tell us what she's going to do today, or tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then tell us what you're going to do. And then we're going to be excited. Well, I think I'm supposed to read your bio first. So let me get there. I'm sorry. All righty. I will have it soon, I guess.
I can just give you an overview if you need me to.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Okay, I'm Chef Vernetta, and so I own A Cook For You catering services. So I do catering and private chef services. I've been a chef professionally since 2006. I went to FSCJ. I think it's like it was FCCJ at the time, but it's FSCJ now. So I went there for culinary school. I became a chef, I would say, late. I was 26 when I went to culinary school. Prior to that, I worked in banking, but I always cooked. My mom cooked for 43 years, so I guess it was in my blood. So I went to culinary school to become a chef. I started out my internship at Amelia Island Plantation. It's now the Omni. And then I went on to Bowles, the Bowles School, to be their PM dinner chef. And then I went to Ponte Vedra Inn and Club, and I worked there for 8 years at the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club. So I basically worked every restaurant on property, every station. And then in between that time, also, I built my catering business. Right now, I'm the executive chef for the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Jacksonville. So I run their food and nutrition program in addition to my business. Just some highlights. I've been able to write for a lot of local food magazines here in Jacksonville. I was an invited chef to Super Bowl 2009, so that was fun and different. And I like to cook and just work with organizations and do things like this. So I'm excited to be here tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, Chef. Thank you. You saved us there.
You all saved me earlier, so hey, it all works itself out. I will tell people, I'll be honest, I am a chef, but I am not high tech. I am learning a lot as I go on doing this, so definitely trial and error with everything. So I'm happy that you all have me tonight. Yes. And what I'm going to be doing tonight is just kind of showing you what you can do with some of your holiday leftovers, something different, kind of outside of some of the normal things. I think when I talk with Norma about this, I said, well, maybe we can do sweet potato pancakes or sweet potato waffles. And that's something that everybody may think of to do, or turkey pot pie. I love pot pie, so I will make a pot pie out of anything. So leftover turkey for the holiday is definitely something that's good. So I came up with 2 other recipes tonight. And I don't know if it's time for me to start sharing them or not. Just let me know when you're ready to go. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So one of them that I came up with is a seafood cake. And so during Thanksgiving or any holiday, we're eating a lot of turkey, we're eating a lot of ham. So sometimes you get tired of turkey and ham, so you want to do something different. So you can kind of take those leftovers and do something with seafood. So this is a pretty easy recipe, and I can kind of show you all what I did. So I have some crab meat, and it's just some lump crab meat. For this recipe, I either like lump crab meat or jumbo lump crab meat, or even claw meat, but the lump meat works just fine. And if you have leftover mashed potatoes, if you can see, so in here, I have leftover mashed potatoes, I have some fresh cut parsley, and I have the crab meat. So what you're basically going to do is make a seafood cake. You can add whatever to it you like. You can add shrimp to it. You can add crawfish to it. But you're basically taking your leftover mashed potatoes and making sort of a version of a crab cake, but it's going to be a little bit lighter. So to start off with, like I said, I took the leftover mashed potatoes, put the crab meat in, put the parsley in, and then I have Cajun seasoning here. And I make my own seasoning blends. It's pretty easy to do. And one of the reasons I do that, whenever I talk, I just talk about health as well. I like to watch my sodium intake because I do suffer from high blood pressure. So a lot of pre-made blends already have salt in them, and you can't really control the salt level. Right. So if you make your own, you can eliminate the salt, or you can put in as less salt as you like. So I tend to make my own blend. This is just some paprika, some cumin, some Cajun seasoning, some celery seed. I think I have a little bit of allspice in here. So this is, and some a little cayenne pepper. If you don't like spice, you don't have to add it to it. But I'm going to basically add this to the mix. I have 1 egg in here. So for your seafood cake, you'll use 1 egg, your mayo, your crab, your parsley, your seasoning, and then I'm going to cut up, which is something else you may have left over in your refrigerator, because we always, during the holidays, we buy a lot of peppers. I like baby peppers because they're a little bit sweeter. But if you have a large bell pepper, a red pepper, a yellow pepper, you can use that as well for this dish. So I'm going to dice this and add it to our mix. Any questions?
So those are the sweet peppers you said, right?
Yeah, so these are the sweet peppers. I like to use these for everything. And one of the reasons I like to use this, I tell people, if you're cooking for a small crowd, sometimes a big bell pepper, if you cut it, you have a lot left over. With
Right.
the small pepper, if you get the small batches, you can use what you need and not have so much. Now, if you have a large one and you want to add it to the freezer to freeze it, you can. If you dice it and then freeze it and take it down, you can do that as well. But I just prefer the small ones for that, and just because they're a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dice this a little bit.
Yum. Sounds good already, Chef.
Thank you.
Seafood cake.
And it's really easy. It can use up those mashed potatoes that you have. And I don't know if people, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So for the people that may have like shellfish allergies, can they do this same thing with like chicken or something that would?
You can definitely use chicken. You can also use fish. So you can use salmon. You can use cod. You want to use a fish that's a little bit firmer because you want it to hold up when you cook it.
Gotcha.
But you can use fish as well in this.
Okay.
And the thing about the mashed potato is it's going to make it much creamier. And so, you know, crab cakes are really creamy, but you have that extra I don't know, fluffiness from the mashed potato that will give it a different texture.
Okay.
So I have just diced this, kind of a fine dice, and I'm going to add it to my mix. And I'm going to add my seasoning. And then I'm just going to blend it all together. And this is what you would do with those leftover mashed potatoes. And if you want to, I forgot to mention with the peppers, if you want to saute them to start off, you can, and then add them to it. That's an option as well.
Okay.
So
does that give it a different kind of texture or flavor or something? Is that?
It gives it a different flavor, and it makes them softer. Some people don't like the crunch texture, so if you don't want to bite into the bell pepper with that crunch, if you saute it down, it will make it less, I would say, less crunchy and a little bit smoother. And it'll also eliminate such of that bite, like the bite that you get from like raw veggies. But with the sweet peppers, once again, they're sweet, and you still have to cook this, so it will cook down some.
Okay. Okay.
So this is our mix.
Yum. Yes. Yummy.
That's our mix. And you would put this together like a cake.
Oh, like a crab cake.
Mm-hmm, like a crab cake.
Okay.
And then you will see.
Okay.
You can oven fry it or you can pan fry it. And take these off. And then with magic, you would have a finished one.
Look at that magic. Oh my gosh. Those look amazing.
Thank you. And what I did was I pan seared this today, you know, right before the show, because it does take a little time. So I went ahead and pan seared it on each side with olive oil. You can use butter if you like. I like olive oil. I love butter, but I try to watch it a little bit. So, but it's the holidays too. And I will tell you, like, you know, after so many days of eating heavy, you may want to eat a little bit lighter. So the olive oil will be a good mix, and that healthy fat will help break down and help with digestion after eating, you know, so heavy. And then I just sprinkled a little bit of parsley on the plate and a little bit of spicy sriracha. So I like a little spice. So that is just sriracha that I drizzle on it. And you use your leftover mashed potatoes. And you can make as many of these as you like.
Okay. Would you use the sriracha as like a dip or something? I know you have it there as a garnishment, but could you also use it for like a dip for those?
Yes, you can definitely use it as a dip. And if you wanted to add it to mayo, you can add a little bit of the sriracha, because the sriracha is spicy. So I will tell people it's pretty spicy. So if you don't like spice, you only want to do a little bit. I, of course, did extra just for the plate presentation.
Yes.
But you can do a little bit on the side or the dip to dip it in as well.
Okay. That looks amazing.
And they're nice. Cut into one. They're nice and moist, and you can see the crab meat in the inside.
Yeah. That is so different.
And you got to use up those mashed potatoes.
Right. So hopefully we got that recipe while you were saying it, so we can share that.
Were you able to write it down? Because I can say it again.
If you wouldn't mind, if you could just give us the recipe one more time.
Yeah, so you want to use your leftover mashed potatoes. You want to use 1 egg. Tonight we used crab meat, but you can do shrimp, crab meat, you can do salmon. And if you do like your salmon, your fish, you want to cook your fish off. And you don't have to cook it all the way, but you want to cook it enough, because once you make the cake, it's going to cook some more. So if you use fish, just make sure you cook that off first. We use a little bit of Cajun seasoning that we mix together, but you are welcome to buy a store-bought blend. Parsley, so the potatoes, parsley, egg, the Cajun seasoning, and then your seafood.
Okay.
And mix it all together. And your egg and your mashed potato is kind of going to be your binder. So that is what will help it hold together.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. And I'm going to
try that.
And I know I said I would mention like some other dishes as we went along. So like ham, if you do ham, you can do a quiche. You can then dice that ham, add spinach, cheese, cream to eggs, and then you can bake that off, and now you have a quiche.
Oh, that sounds good.
Thank you. And you can also use that with your turkey as well. The turkey with caramelized onions and the egg and your cheese and your cream, you can put it in a pie shell, bake it off. You've used up some of your ham or your turkey, and you have a breakfast quiche.
Okay. There's a question for you on the screen, Chef.
Yes. Can I see it?
Okay, I'll read it to you. Were your potatoes fresh or instant?
Fresh potatoes. Fresh potatoes. And one trick that I do with potatoes is I roast my potatoes. So even if I'm making mashed potatoes or if I'm making sweet potatoes, I always roast the potatoes because with sweet potatoes, it's going to bring out the natural sugar in them. If you know what, so I like to say, what does water taste like? Water doesn't taste like anything. So if you cut your potatoes and put them in the water, they're going to cook, they're going to get soft, but then they're going to become watery as well. So if you roast them, it takes a little more time, but you can leave the skin on them, pierce them, roast them in the oven, take them out, let them cool, open them, take your filling out, and make your mashed potatoes that way. You'll get a definitely richer flavor on your potatoes.
Wow, that's good to know. Never heard that before.
Yeah, I always roast, like even because I'll show you all now. I'm going to pull them out. I got pies in the oven. So with the potatoes, I roast the potatoes. So I had to add less sugar to it. And I know I say like less sugar, less salt. You guys are probably like, oh my gosh, it's so bland. But if you roast it, you'll get just such a rich flavor. And if you're watching your sodium intake, watching your sugar intake, sweet potatoes have so much natural sugar in them that you find when you roast them, you'll see so much of the caramelization coming out. I just kind of want to show you all that I roasted these potatoes and then mashed them, and you have to add less sugar to them.
Right. Okay.
And so the next thing I want to show you all is what we do with our leftover turkey. So we tend to have a lot of turkey left over. So if you all are familiar with like tamales is like a Mexican or a Mesoamerican dish where it's made with masa. And masa is just finely ground corn that's been soaked in lime and water. And then they put any kind of filling in it, wrap it in corn husk, and steam it. It's really, really good. So one of the things that you can do with your leftover turkey, which will be good for something on Sunday, like if you're watching sports, you know, after the holidays, you know, a lot of times we sit and we watch the different sports shows. So this is something that you can do. Or something, if you have turkey left over, you pop it in the freezer, you can pull it out and do it like on a Taco Tuesday day. So
nice. Okay.
So with that, I have here, if you all can see, the masa that I've already prepared. And this is a 1-pan dish, so easy and quick. And I like to, you know, after Thanksgiving or after the holidays, we've been in the kitchen so much. You just want to kind of take some time away from the kitchen. So you want to do stuff that's quick. So just make that ahead of time. And you see, you'll have that nice like yellow hue to it. And this is our shredded turkey that I have in enchilada sauce. So this was a store-bought enchilada sauce. So basically what we're going to do is we have the masa. The good thing about this dish, if you don't have masa, you don't have to run out to the store and buy it. If you have grits, you can use grits. We all tend to have grits in our pantry, grits in our home. You can use the grits for your masa base, because grits are made out of corn as well too. So you'll pretty much get the same thing. And this is a dish that you can use for breakfast as well. Make some eggs on the side, a little bit of toast, and you're good to go. So we have our shredded turkey inside the enchilada sauce. We have some.
Do you cook the grits first? If you're going to use grits, you cook them first and then put them in the bottom of the pan? Okay.
Yes, you want to. So good question. You want to cook them first. You can add your butter to them, a little bit of seasoning, and a little bit of cream, because you want them a little creamy, but you're going to put a good bit of liquid on this dish. So even if they're a little bit undercooked, once you bake them off, they'll still cook a little bit longer.
Okay. So
here, and then we have our salsa verde, which is made with tomatillas and a little bit of garlic in them and seasoning. So what we want to do is, let me slide this over this way. You want to just add a little bit of this on the top and spread it around.
So that's the salsa verde you're adding first. Okay.
Yes, the salsa verde first.
Okay. My husband said, I love Taco Tuesday. He is so right.
Yes, yes. My husband does too. So this what made this dish come into mind for me. And it's really good. So you have your masa or your grits down. You have your salsa verde down. We have a little bit of taco seasoning.
Okay.
And this is a store-bought blend, but once again, you can make your own, or you can use a store-bought taco seasoning. You want to sprinkle that on.
This sounds fancy. This sounds fancy.
Well, you know what? It's a little fancy, but economical. So that's the good part of it. So you can add your taco seasoning, and then you want to add your shredded turkey. And you can add as much turkey as you like. And you just want to put that on top.
So you said that the turkey was in the enchilada sauce. So do you have to marinate it for a certain amount of time?
You don't have to. So if you just have like your leftover turkey, and you just want to shred it into the sauce, or you can layer it. So you can just shred your turkey. So you would have your masa or your grits down first, then your salsa verde, then you can put the turkey down and drizzle the enchilada sauce on top of it. I just went ahead and mixed it all together.
Okay. That's a lot of turkey. You're not gonna be in that 293 million.
Right. So there's the turkey. And I'm just going to use a little bit more of the enchilada sauce.
Yum. That looks so good. Oh my goodness.
And it's
I love
the easy, thank you. It's just the easy one pot dish. So now we have all of our stuff on top, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning. I will tell you, one of the reasons that I did mix the turkey with the enchilada is for taste. Because if you cooked your turkey for the holiday, you've either fried it, roasted, or so you've already seasoned it. So you just want to, because you're going to add that taco seasoning to give you that true kind of Mexican flavor, but
Right.
you already seasoned your turkey. You want to just taste it so that you don't over season it.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm going to add a little bit.
So, Chef, is this something that you would make for home or something for some of your clients? Who would typically eat this?
I would make this for home. I would make it for clients as well. I have a good bit of clients that love Taco Tuesday also. So they love enchiladas or something like this that's a little bit different. If I make it for a client, it would be in a bigger portion size. But if I'm making it for home, I would make a smaller size like this. It will also make a good dip as well.
This could even be used for kids too. You know, I think kids would like something like this.
Very kid friendly.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to sprinkle cheese on top.
Yes, that's it right there. That cheese.
And do that there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is put this in the oven. So I did not do the magic of TV on this one. I went ahead and left it this way just so everyone can see how quick it is. And I'm just going to put it in the oven.
Okay. And that is a beautiful oven back there.
Thank you.
You're not doing food, but I just happened to see the oven.
I grab the other pies. So I'm multitasking a little bit tonight with Thanksgiving coming right up. So I pulled the other pies out, and I'm gonna let that go just until the cheese melts.
Okay.
Because
and what
everything
do you put it on? What's the temperature? What's the temperature?
It's at 350.
Okay.
At 350. So 350. So I'm thinking maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. We just want the cheese to melt on it. And I'm going to grab an avocado. I thought I had everything here on my station, and I'm like, I left my avocado. So I was going to take.
You can have avocado too? Oh, yes.
One quick second to grab that.
Okay. So those of you who are listening, make sure you're putting in your questions because Chef is a wealth of information. And so you guys can get some questions answered about food stuff and nutrition stuff and all that.
And if they just have questions on anything other than what we're making, I'm definitely here to answer them. And avocado is good as well. It's a really good topping for this dish because it keeps in line with the theme, but it's also good after the holidays because once again, it's a healthy fat and it will help you kind of with your digestion and just kind of help you recover from that good rich eating on Thursday.
Yes. Okay, question alert. Someone has a question?
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Is there a preference of cheese?
No. So you know what? You can use any cheese that you like. I even like the queso cheese or the Mojave cheese, the white crumble cheese to put on top. Yeah. You can use that. You can use cheddar. I wouldn't do mozzarella only because it's not in theme with this dish. It's more of like an Italian style cheese. But anything else, you can use whatever cheese you like. You can also use a cheese sauce. If you would like to add a cheese sauce to it, you can use that as well also.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. So you're going to cut up this avocado.
Yes. Have avocado.
Is it going to be just for garnishment or really to eat it though?
eat it. You know, I like avocado. A lot of people don't like avocado. But you know, I feel like it doesn't taste like a whole lot. I feel like it kind of absorbs the flavor that you give it.
Right.
And because this dish is a little bit rich, this will kind of help cut the fat in it or the richness in it. And if you want to add a little sour cream on the top, you can as well.
Yeah. So I eat avocados all the time, and I cut them and eat them with some seasoning, some lime juice, and sometimes I'll put a little bit of olive oil on them even. So that's yeah.
I was just saying the other night for dinner, I don't know, after I worked that day, I was so hot, like I just felt hot. And so I don't know why. So I had berries. I had blackberries, blueberries, strawberries. I mixed those up. I cut up some avocado in it with a little bit of olive oil, and it was delicious.
That's good. Yeah, that was good. Okay, question alert. Question alert. Yes. Another question. What would be a good, quick, easy vegan meal for starters?
Ooh.
Yes.
Like a starter vegan if you're just kind of getting into it. You know, I would do vegetables. I am not vegan by any stretch of the imagination, but I did 1 week raw vegan. And so I made and this was a good starter, and I felt really good when after I ate it. I did a vegan, like vegetarian spaghetti. So I did these zucchini noodles. And for my sauce, I used mushrooms, tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, and I used dates to kind of add a little bit of sweetness to the tomato sauce without using sugar. So one thing that's also good, with even when you're going vegan and watching sugar and all of that, dates are really, really good. You can put them in a blender, add a little bit of water to them, water, and blend them together, and then you would have almost like a syrup without having to use sugar. I would say start with vegetables. Jackfruit is really good. Even with this, you can use, instead of turkey, you can use the jackfruit because it will have, if you put taco seasoning on it, enchilada seasoning, any taco seasoning, jackfruit will take on whatever flavor you give it. Quinoa, black rice, I love black rice. That's really, really good as well. So some items like that will be a good start, and a lot of olive oil and coconut oil. Just staying away from the dairy side of it. Of course, if you're vegan, you do that. Some people will eat dairy though. I have some vegans that they do dairy. But I would stick with olive oil.
Yeah, we had a vegan chef on last week from the Taste of Miami, Chef Cassandra Davies, and she actually cooked a vegan stew with jackfruit. It was amazing. We went to her restaurant after that. A bunch of us went to the restaurant to get some of it. It was amazing.
I love jackfruit is really, really good. And even like barbecue jackfruit, using it for like a slider or like you said, the stew is really, really good. I haven't did the fruit itself. I've gotten it already processed, so where the fruit has been broken down. So I haven't did the whole jackfruit. They're so big. If you see them, they're like huge. So if you got a big one, you would have enough that will last for a while.
Okay. There was another question. I thought I saw another question. Maybe not. I thought I saw another question. Okay.
I'm going to peel the avocado.
So you're taking the avocado out.
And I always get the avocado kind of firm. Just a preference, because once they get soft, they'll get soft so fast. They're a little firmer.
Yeah, so I found too with the avocados that if I leave them out just a little bit, they'll get like a little bit soft, not a whole bunch, and then throw them in the refrigerator and they'll stay.
Yes.
So I learned that the hard way because we had thrown a bunch of them out. So yeah. So, Chef, tell us why you're doing that. Tell us about some of the services you offer to your private clients and things. I know I've spoken to you before, just as my husband and I, as pastors, that our time on Sundays is just terrible. So a lot of times don't have time to prepare meals, and we end up eating out almost every Sunday. So I've talked to you about private services and meal prep. So can you kind of share some of that as you're preparing the meals?
Yes, so I do catering services. So I do weddings, parties, anniversaries. I also do private chef services. A lot of the private chef services are special occasions. So like an anniversary or a birthday, especially like during the pandemic, a lot of people were not comfortable without, really going out to eat. So you would go into the home and I would give them the restaurant experience inside their home, I would say. So outside of the restaurant, inside of their home. I also am a certified food protection manager for safety and sanitation for the state of Florida, as well as a trainer. So I do teach safety and sanitation training, anything that's just related to food. I've been COVID certified in a lot of courses during the pandemic, COVID delivery, COVID takeout, COVID reopening, everything COVID conflict, because, believe it or not, you want everyone to be safe. So there was a course on just conflict. If you ask someone to please, wear their mask, and, what if they don't want to do that on a food safety level of everything. So I do that as well. And then I work with different nonprofits. During the pandemic, I did a lot of meal delivery for older people, because their immune systems are compromised. It's hard for them to get out and about. So to keep them safe, I would then meal prep and take the food to them as well. So catering, private chef services, and training.
Okay, awesome.
And I'm going to just dice up this avocado.
Okay, we're excited. I want to see it all together.
And I wish you all could smell it. Like I can smell it, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
so
I know.
That will be dinner tonight.
I'm sure your family will not mind.
Right. Let's see if it is ready. Oh yes. All right. So we have it out of the
look at that. Oh my gosh.
And then what we want to do, I am going to slide this here. And I want to sprinkle it with just a little bit. And so I tell people also, I am only 4'9". So if you see my reach is a little struggly, it's because I have everything in one area. And so I have to kind of go deep to get it.
Right.
So
big things come in little packages.
A lot of times when I've done like cooking segments on like the news, they always have a platform for me to stand on. I have to remember not to step off the platform. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of parsley on top.
Somebody said, can I have some, please?
And parsley, everyone uses parsley for garnish, and it's a good garnish, but parsley also is a natural detoxifier. So it has a lot of detoxifying properties to it. So fresh parsley is really, really good for you. I know sometimes, chefs, we tend to parsley everything. Put parsley on everything. And we definitely do it for the color, but it's also a natural, like I said, detoxifier, and it's good for you.
Okay, that's good to know.
So we have our fresh, and because my pan is hot,
oh, that looks amazing. Oh my goodness.
So it is hot with the avocados. It has the leftover turkey, cheese, salsa verde, enchilada sauce, and our masa. And it's still hot right now. I want to cut into it, but it's so hot it might be a little loose. It hasn't set.
Right.
You want to let it firm up a little bit.
Okay. All right. Another question.
Yes.
Question heard. Do you grow your own herbs or do you have a brand preference?
You know, I don't grow my own herbs. It definitely is I'm getting all my gloves together. I'm a glove bandit, but I don't grow my own herbs, but I like parsley. I like a lot of herbs. The thing about herbs is you can add them to any dish and it will enhance the flavor without having to add too much salt. I know I keep talking about salt, but
That's
salt
okay.
is bad. It's good.
Do you have a good preference though of herbs to buy?
I would say keep parsley. You want to have your garlic, your fresh thyme.
No, but like the brand, like do you use McCormick?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a specific brand that I like to buy, but I do try to buy as much organic as I can.
Gotcha.
So I try to get organic herbs. I try to get organic everything. It doesn't always happen like that, you know, but and I mean really too, you know, as a chef or in the culinary world, you don't want to get hung up on organic because, you know, they can put organic on,
Right.
anything. So I try not to become too obsessive with it, but I don't have a preference. Now, I do like, if you all can see this, put the lid on it so you can see.
Yeah.
I do like these from the store.
I really recently bought that. That was good.
Yes, I like the parsley, the cilantro, because it's fresh, it's already cut up, and it's not in a big batch. You know, sometimes you get a big bunch of parsley, a big bunch of cilantro, and you may not use it all. You end up having to throw it away. So these are really good, and with the lid on it, they keep fresh too.
Right. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so we've seen the seafood mashed potatoes or seafood cakes that we can make with the leftover mashed potatoes. Now we see the turkey tamales that we can use with our leftover turkey. And so you mentioned some sweet potato pancakes.
Sweet potato pancakes. So you would take your leftover sweet potatoes, your yams or your souffle, and just like you would make your regular pancake mix, so you would do your flour. I like to use buttermilk when I do pancakes. So you can use flour, your buttermilk, your eggs, and then you would use your sweet potato or yam. When you add that to it, because it's going to be a little bit liquidy, you may want to decrease how much liquid or buttermilk that you put into it. And even if you have a souffle with pecans in it, you can add that to it as well. It'll just give the pancakes a nice crunch. And another thing that you can do, I'm still thinking of breakfast items with your pound cake. So if you have leftover pound cake, you can use that for French toast. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah, so just do your eggs, do your cinnamon, your flavoring, your vanilla, and dip your pound cake into it. And if you do use your pound cake, put it in the refrigerator like the night before so that it firms up a little bit, so it doesn't cook too fast when you get ready to make the French toast. Dip it in the eggs, put your oil in the pan and brown it, and now you use your pound cake for French toast.
Okay.
And I don't know, my mom said she grew up with this, and I find myself doing it. I don't know if anybody else does it, but you know, they would do stuffing with grits the next morning after Thanksgiving.
Oh, I never heard of that before.
Yeah, so you would just make your grits, you would do your stuffing on the side, and then if you had gravy, you would do that, make your eggs, and then, you know, whatever meat you had, and that was your breakfast.
My husband said buttermilk is old school. Some of the young people don't know anything about buttermilk.
Yes, you know, I love, my aunt got me hooked. So I come from a family of cooks. And so my aunt, you know, had me got me into using buttermilk with my pancakes. And it's funny because going to culinary school, I will say, you know, just history. I grew up Southern. I grew up, you know, here in Jacksonville, born and raised here. So, and we didn't have a lot of money. So, you know, I grew up with canned vegetables and, you know, things like that. And I remember going to culinary school. I always knew how to cook, but I didn't know why I did what I did. So if that makes sense, like, I didn't know why I sauteed onions and peppers. I didn't know why I did that. So when I went to culinary school, I learned the science behind it, you know, why we do what we do. And I remember going to culinary school, I didn't know a lot, like different vegetables and stuff. I remember one day I had to make a, we were making like a bean salad. And so I had to make a bean salad, and I made the salad and I used black beans, and I didn't wash my black beans. You know, back then you weren't taught, you know, you poured it out the can and that's what you ate. And oh my gosh, my team was so mad with me. They were like, you know, our salad is black. You know, they were upset. And I remember, I didn't let them see me cry, but I remember going in the bathroom and I cried. And it's funny because here I am, I'm like 26. And they're like, you know, 17 and 18, fresh out of high school, but there was so much I didn't know. And so I learned a lot on, you know, how to do stuff, why I do stuff, you know, vegetables, just you know, and just through working throughout the last 14 years in the kitchen, just learned different methods on doing stuff. So
So somebody asked about almond milk. Do you use almond milk for any of your recipes?
Yes, so I do use almond milk. That's what I have in my refrigerator right now. I don't want to sound like I'm so healthy because I'm not, but I do watch what I eat. You know, I wish I could show you all a picture, but like I said before, at I'm 4'9", and at my heaviest, I was 250 pounds. So at 4'9", at 250 pounds was not good. So I was able to get down to 178. Right now I'm 182. So I watch a lot how I eat and what I eat. So I love dairy. I'll be so honest with you all. I love cheese. So I have cut back on eating dairy. And I feel a lot different. I will have real macaroni and cheese on Thursday. So I'm gonna just put it out there. I've been playing with it in my mind for the last week. Like, should I make a vegan version of it? Should I not? You know? And I was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna make it, and then that's gonna be it. But I do use almond milk. When I make pancakes Sunday, I use almond milk. For the pancakes. I also use coconut milk. And I try not to use white milk. My dairy addiction is cheese. It's never been milk, but it is cheese. But I do use almond milk. In some recipes, though, depending on what you're making, check and see if almond milk will work with it. You know, sometimes the pre-made pancake batter, the almond milk will not make it rise. It will not cook properly. So just make sure that what you use, you can use almond milk with it.
Okay. So one more item you mentioned about the turkey pot pie, which we probably have all heard before, but is there any special ingredient that you would use in the turkey pot pie?
You know, I just love pot pie. I would just use the turkey. So in making your own pot pie, you want to start with your roux. So you would do your butter and your flour. Then you can use chicken stock, add your turkey. Since we're going to use our leftover turkey, add our turkey to it. Carrots. So you want to use fresh carrots, fresh celery, and potatoes. You want to add that to the mix, let it cook. I'm not a great baker. Baking is not my strong point. I'm a savory chef. So if you want to make your pie crust, you can. If not, you can buy a store-bought pie crust and then put a little bit of cream. Once it cooks down and thicken up a little bit, add a little bit of cream to it, and then put it inside your pie shell and bake it in the oven. The thing about the pot pie as well, You can make it with that leftover turkey and freeze it. You don't have to cook it that same day or that same week. You can put it all together, put your topping on it, and then just put it in the freezer and pull it out when you need it.
Okay, awesome.
You know, I think sometimes we feel like pressure to either eat all of our Thanksgiving food or, you know, like, I just gotta eat it. I gotta eat it. You know, don't feel pressure, you know, and make what you think you're going to use. You know, like the statistics you gave at the beginning were amazing. You know, that was stuff that I didn't know. And so sometimes we make so much and then we end up throwing away so much. So if you know it's just going to be you and your small family, you don't have to make a full pan of stuffing or dressing. You know, you can kind of cut back a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, that's good information. My husband is on here. My husband does a lot of the cooking in our house, and he cooks big meals all the time. And I'm always like, you don't have to cook as much. So he's on here now hearing you say it.
Yeah, exactly. Just, I mean, you know, it's hard. You know, it's just me and my husband. So sometimes when I cook, you know, we may have leftovers for 2 or 3 days, depending on what I make, because it's just us. But I try to cook just enough. And of course, we have our parents that, you know, we take care of and make sure that they eat as well. So, you know, Thanksgiving, I cook and then make sure that they have food. So I will cook a little bit more, but, you know, cook what you need, and don't feel pressured. If you're trying to eat healthy or trying to just feel better for yourself, don't feel pressured to indulge, you know. And if you want to have food, portion it out. You know, like me, I do not need the macaroni and cheese, but I'm gonna have it. So I made enough that will last just for Thanksgiving Day. And then even when I fix my plate, and so I'll let you know, Norma, if I stick to this, I'm going to portion it out. Normally, I'll just take a scoop and just put it on there. But I you know, I said in my mind, you know, this year that I was going to portion out my food to make sure that I do right and I don't end up, because we end up feeling so bloated, you know, or feeling like, oh, why did I do that? You know, we definitely want the good food. You know, that's what it's about. But just kind of portioning it out and making sure that we're not eating too much or something.
Okay, so we're now at the end. My I told you my husband cooks a bunch, and I see my mom on here who's saying, "Leave him alone and let him cook." That's because she wanted.
Yes.
Yes. So yes. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
Yes, so you can reach me. So I'm in the process of kind of like revamping my website and things like that. Just because I've been doing this for 14 years now, and you know, we pivot throughout the years, and a lot has changed. So you can reach me on Instagram at Chef Vernetta. And then my website is acookforyou.com. Revamping that, so it may switch to Chef Vernetta here pretty soon, but right now it's acookforyou.com. Instagram at Chef Vernetta. I do not have Facebook yet. I do not know how to work Facebook. So I will I'm gonna learn how to do Facebook. And then I also have a nonprofit that you can reach out to me on as well, as well, that is called Footprints of Angels. So you can go to footprintsofangels.org and look at the website there.
And can you tell us what Footprints of Angels is about?
Yes, so my nonprofit, we support women that are impacted by pregnancy loss and infertility. So me, myself, I am the mother of 4 angel babies. So I have been able to get pregnant just to sustain the pregnancy. So there are so many women that suffer from infertility, whether it's first-hand infertility or second-hand. So second-hand, you may have a woman that had a child and then they have trouble conceiving. So they now have second-hand infertility. So what we do is we provide care packages for mothers who have recently experienced a loss. We also help with burial assistance for mothers who just experienced a loss. I know when, I had my son at 20 weeks, and so we had to bury him. And so when you're in the hospital, you don't think about that at times, or sometimes there's a cost associated with it, and you might can't afford it. So we help with the burial cost of that. We also do educational seminars. So one of our goals is to help young women learn their reproductive status. Some people don't, they don't know their reproductive status until they get pregnant or try to get pregnant. So finding out younger, with these simple tests will just let you know once you start to try to conceive, where you stand. And then lastly, we have a fertility scholarship. So most fertility treatments like IVF, ovulation induction, egg freezing, embryo transfers, those are not covered by insurance. So you have some women who will spend up to $30,000 for one cycle that may not be successful. So we help with the cost of fertility treatments. So last year we were able to give out 3 scholarships totaling $3,000 to help assist with fertility treatments. And this year we're looking to be able to give out about $6,000. And we get all of that through donations and fundraisers and grants and scholarships for the nonprofit. So that's what we do. And it came about with me just having my journey and realizing that there's other women like me, and we don't want them to feel ashamed, because a lot of women may feel like their bodies failed them, but it's just something that happens. And it could be so many like autoimmune issues, and that's where also eating comes into play. Just cutting back on inflammation in your body, or stuff that prevents ovulation and things like that. So we help women with that as well. So, and I also do fertility eating training. So telling you foods that you can eat to help boost your fertility.
Awesome. Okay, somebody had a question real quick. How can we support your nonprofit?
Oh, definitely. Thank you all so much. You can go to the website, footprintsofangels.org. You can make a donation, or you can contribute to the care packages. So in care packages for the moms that have just suffered a miscarriage, we try to give them stuff like journals, because sometimes you don't want to talk, and it's easy for you to just write down your feelings. So in this box, we put in journals, we put in comfy socks, candles, daily devotionals, things like that, just to kind of help them, mentally deal with what's going on. And so, a donation to that, gift cards, all of that will help support the nonprofit. And just being able to be on here tonight and to share with an audience about the nonprofit, just making people aware is contribution enough. So I can't thank you all so much for just being able to share my food side and then the other side that I'm passionate about.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got footprintsofangels.org. So that's for your nonprofit. And then you have a Cook for You on your website that is being revamped. You're also Chef Vernetta on Instagram. Did you mention YouTube already? Your YouTube channel?
Oh, I forgot. So I do have a YouTube channel at Chef Vernetta. And I just started YouTube this year. So I'm working and adding videos and learning how to edit them and make them look nice. As you all know, I'm not really
videos out there. It is videos.
So you can reach me there as well. And I hope I was able to kind of show you all tonight some of the things you can do with your leftovers. And if you think of something later on, anybody that's watching and want to reach out to me and have a question about something, and this may not come more into play until after Thanksgiving. So like Thursday or Friday, they might be like, wait a minute, what she said I can do with such and such.
Right.
So if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Well, Chef, we want to tell you thank you so very much. This has been it's been informative. It's been good. The food looks amazing. I wish we were there to taste it, but we will try some of these things at home. But we want to just tell you thank you so very much for coming on and being willing to share some great tips with us. I mean, you went way over above what we were thinking, so we thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure. I know we've been chatting for a little bit, and so I'm just honored to be able to like connect with you and do this. So thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'm sure, like with the way that I feel, I see comments in the comment section. Other people are enjoying as well and have enjoyed you. And we as Soul Talk, we just want to tell you once again, thank you so much. And we're gonna end the broadcast for this week by saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We hope you guys will have an amazing Thanksgiving. On next week, though, we want you to join us back on next week. We'll be back on our regularly scheduled day on Thursday, and we'll continue our lifestyle series. We're going to be talking a little bit about this young lady that's going to be coming on, going to be sharing some tips about e-commerce and how we can do things that kind of help us to be able to, while we're in this COVID situation and just throughout life, how we can better market ourselves, brand our businesses. If you have businesses or different things, or how you can sell things. I mean, people are selling things like crazy right now electronically. So she's going to be able to share some great tips with us for that. So make sure you set your calendars ready for us for next Thursday. Again, we want to tell you thank you, Chef. Please don't leave yet. We want to talk to you really quickly before you leave. But thank you, everybody. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. We love you. Let's talk about it.